Hi guys, welcome to another KamieTalk. Sorry, I just felt like doing that. I'm bored, so I've been bored since I woke up today. So today's topic I would really like to talk about, really just get just get my opinions out there and just get my thoughts out there. And yeah, I know a lot of you haven't seen my first one because my first KamieTalk, I uploaded it just today because I just totally forgot about it till I looked on all my videos and I saw that and I was like, oh, so that's what happened to that. Okay. But it's about first dates, and I was just talking about how, we wanted it to be perfect, and, my first date it really was. It's just like, I loved it. So, and I loved yeah, every other date that came after that first one. I really loved it. I just love the guy so much that, I wanted to continue with him, and I still do, and no one can change my mind about that, and yeah. Um, I'm trying to hold back crying again. Forgive me. I've been crying for like 7 days in a row because of just how much my life has changed and spun out of control, and I don't know. So today's topic is relationships, and we have relationships all around us. Friends, family, teachers, boyfriend and girlfriend, all those other relationships out there. Like, we even have relationships with our pets, and even though that's really weird, but we do, and like, yeah. But the one most important relationship that I really want to talk about that has made an influence on me a lot is boyfriend and girlfriend relationships. I had a boyfriend before my first one. Um, I never went on a date with him, and I never um, had a really strong connection with him. But I still we did have one, but then it just sizzled down because of how much of a douchebag he was to me, and yeah, pretty much how that relationship went. That one was a really easy one, I guess, because I wasn't really giving a shit. Like, I would always wear my sweatpants around him, and he didn't mind. But when he broke up with me, he just started insulting me and everything. And maybe he's just jealous, and I don't know why he did that. But I don't really care, and because I'm over him. And yeah, because I moved on to a different guy a year after him, and it was a year. Like, it took me a year to get over my first ex, and that relationship didn't even last that long. So um, there's this guy who ended up being my second boyfriend, um, and it was honestly, he was just the best guy for me, and he just made me smile, he made me laugh, and to this day, like, I haven't seen him, like, I haven't hung out with him in a while, but I miss him. um, I miss having his hugs, and I just miss everything about him. But that relationship, like, if you guys want to know more, like, about how I feel and stuff about him, I talked about him in the beginning of my 1 in a Million cover, so you guys can go check that out. And yeah, but this relationship, it was medium, I guess. We lasted quite a long time. I'm not surprised at how long we lasted because of how so much we both tried our best, and I'm still trying, and I'm still working for it, and yeah, I think I'm doing a pretty good job. We lasted 4 months, and about it was after 2 weeks, I believe. Now I would have to look at text messages and see when he actually broke up with me, but yeah. We lasted quite a while. So tomorrow is supposed to be 4 months and 3 weeks, and I'll be celebrating it, of course, by myself. Because he's going to Florida, and I'm sorry, guys. It's just a really difficult conversation to talk about. He's going to Florida tomorrow, and he's not dating me anymore, so he's not gonna celebrate it. He might think about it, but knowing him, I don't know. He could. But yeah, and then the week after, on the 31st, it's supposed to be 5 months, and again, I'll be celebrating it, because he's still in Florida, and, he might think of it, but I doubt it. Usually, like, me and him had 4 breaks. I know, it's because we had arguments and stuff, so it wasn't really, I don't know, it was a lot to think about and stuff like that, so yeah, so usually the breaks lasted for a week, and then he would come back, or I'd go back, sorry, and then yeah, tears. I've been crying for 7 days straight, so forgive me, because it's been really hard on me, and I know he doesn't see how hard it's been for me, because it's been a huge impact on me, my family, and my dog took it pretty easy because I haven't been really showing him my emotions. So, because my dog Max, he really loved Jessie, and they had a good relationship together. They were they were husbands. Like, I don't know why I made up that joke, but they were husbands. And the last time we had a break, I remember Max, he was so upset because he was just unbelievably sad. He knew that something was going to happen that day, and like, he was just sad, and it made me cry a lot and made me think to myself, maybe I should go back with him, because it's all worth it. It is. Seriously, it is honestly worth it. So Max hasn't really seen me upset about him, so I think Max is sensing that everything's fine and everything's going okay, and but Max is still there for me, so I appreciate Max for that. So there's a lot of positives in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. I mean, you have somebody who you can talk to when you are upset, who they will be there even when you're a mess. They'll be there for you a lot of the times, and you can hang out with them, you can kiss them, you can hug them, you can feel protected and safe from every harm that you will ever have to deal with because of the person that you have with you. But then again, there's a lot of negatives to a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. Negatives is like, you can get hurt very easy and start crying about it, and then they could break up with you and hurt you. They could do, there's a very lot of negatives, but in the end, no matter if there's a lot of positives or a lot of negatives in that relationship, it's still worth it no matter what, and you shouldn't really give up on the person who's your true love, because if you do, then you're going to end up regretting it later on in life, and it's just not something you should really regret. If you feel like you're trapped in a world full of memories of you and your partner after you break up or something like that, try and make a little escape. Like, me saying that, I don't mean like run away from home. I mean, just like make a little escape, like go for a walk if you want, or go to a place where you don't really have that many memories. Like you don't have memories with him, but like with me, I personally don't get it because in my house and even in this room I'm sitting in right now, there's so many memories going through my head. And like at night, it's especially the worst because we've had so many memories just sitting on my bed talking and stuff like that. But you know, it just it's hard. Like everywhere in my house, there's memories of me and Jesse, and everywhere outside of my house, there's me and Jesse. Everywhere I go, there's me and Jesse, just thoughts and memories and everything in my head, and I can't escape from it because I feel so trapped. But what I don't get is, I live near the beach, so I could just walk there and in a couple minutes be there. So recently I've been starting to walk there just to clear my mind of things and just just make me happy and peaceful again. So I did that yesterday and the day before yesterday, and I did it a couple times before even. But it's just I don't get it because that place I go to, there's a boardwalk and then you go up this trail and it's near a forest and it has a bunch of benches all around and it's just there's nature all over it and it's so beautiful. It's so peaceful because not a lot of people visit there. You're basically by yourself with your thoughts and it really helps though. But me and Jesse, we celebrated our three no, we celebrated a lot of months there, and it brings back a lot of memories because there's this one particular bench that we used to go to all the time. We just sit there, talk and stuff like that, and that's where I go. I go to our exact spot, and I sit there, think, do whatever my mind needs to do, and I feel peaceful, and I don't feel like I'm trapped anymore. But I maybe it's the nature all around it, or maybe it's because it was I don't know what it was. There was good memories there. There were bad memories there. Everywhere in my friggin' house and outside of my house, there's good and bad memories. But I just feel trapped in them. And so, if you really miss him, and you're starting to cry, um, wear something that you used to wear around him, like a t-shirt, because I wore this shirt around Jesse before. That's why I'm wearing it, kind of, because it's just memories, and it's actually helping me feel better. And before I used to have his jacket. When I missed him, I would sleep it with it and sleep with it on, and just like I'd have it with me. There was this one time that my pillow smelled like him for a couple days, and like I didn't sleep on that side of the pillow because I wanted to smell it and be like, oh, Jesse. But wear something that reminds you of him, or just wear something. For guys, I guess if she gave you like a little present, like a book, like a little booklet full of pictures and stuff, or she gave you, I don't know, a teddy bear or anything like that, just, sleep with it or do whatever you want. I know guys can do a lot of things, and, the wallpaper and on your phone, you can just hold it with you and go to sleep. I would do that. Last night, I kind of did something because me and Jesse is my background, and so I kissed it. I zoomed in on him and I kissed it and I said, "Good night, my little Jesse." Um, you know, and by accident, last night I called him babe, and I'm like, oopsies, did I just say that? Yes, I did. Do I regret it? Not really. But I had to apologize to him because it just something that I was felt sorry for. Um, if you have dreams of just being with him, sometimes our dreams are telling us stuff, and you know, sometimes it will be good information or it will be bad information. But some dreams, I can honestly say, are very creepy, especially the one I had Wednesday night. Well, it wasn't that creepy. It was just, at the beginning of it, before I fell asleep, was really creepy. I turned on my lamp, and I went to go lay in bed, and then I was just laying there thinking, and then I saw a hand reach out for me like this. And I'm like, what do I do? Do I just ignore it, or do I take it, or what? And like, it felt so real. It's like because I decided, you know what, maybe I should try this. So I put my hand where that hand was, and instantly I fell asleep. And then what happened was there was this guy that came up to me, and at first he was such a blur, so I really didn't know who it was. So I'm like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Jesse. I'm like, oh, hi Jesse, how are you? And he's like, don't even joke with me. I'm like, okay. I wasn't, but, you know. And then, you know, he gave me a hug and he gave me a kiss. And I'm like, whoa, what was that for? And he's like, oh, I missed it. I'm like, then why did you throw it away if you missed it? And then he said, oh, because maybe I'm a dumb guy. I'm like, I argued with him for a couple minutes in that dream. It was pretty entertaining. I kept saying no, 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 no. I started running around like a little idiot, saying no, 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 no. I'd seriously do that if I was arguing with the real Jesse and about him being an idiot. I like down my beats. I'd totally do that. No, 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 no. Run around like an idiot. No, no, no. Okay. I'm having too much fun with this. But anyways, continue with you know, after the argument. He's like, so I brought you here because I really want to show you something. And I said, okay, what is it? And he's like, oh, I can't tell you that. I'm like, then what's the point of telling me, bringing me here, you know? And he's like, oh, I'll just surprise you with it. And, you know, I'm like, okay. And he's like, we're going to go on a journey. I'm like, okay, a journey. Sounds fun. Sounds really fun. And he's like, do you know what it is? I'm like, no, but I hope it's not in a forest. And he's like, yeah, it might be. I'm like, oh, okay. And no, none of it was in a forest. But, you know, he showed me past memories I've had with Jesse, and I'm like, why are you showing me all this? And he brought me back to the first date, and I'm like, why am I watching this? Because I really love watching it, though. I love remembering it. I love everything about it. But my dream came, you just wanted to know why. So Jesse said to her, you know, look at me. I'm like, okay, what about you? And because I looked over, I'm like, what about you? And he's like, look how nervous I look. I'm like, I know. I noticed that when you first walked in. I noticed how nervous you were to meet me and stuff like that. And then he's like, yeah, because I didn't want to mess up. I'm like, you didn't. He made it perfect. He seriously did. So, sorry, my hair is like biting me. And I'm tired. But, he, you know, like, he showed me a lot of memories, and he's like, Kamie, I know you knew all of this memories and stuff like that, so I already knew you remembered everything. And I'm like, okay, then why did you show me them? And he's like, I wanted to show you so you can always have it in your heart. And I cried to him. I'm like, okay, they are in my heart. They will always forever be in my heart. So, yeah. There's more to that, but I'm looking at the time, and I remember that YouTube only accepts 15 minutes of my videos, or longer than 15 minutes. I don't remember. But, relationships, they're easy and they're hard, but if you find your true love like I did, don't give up on them. Just keep fighting for them. And, you know, if your relationship is falling apart, try your best to reconnect yourself with him or with her, and, you know, just try your best to fight for your love and fight for their heart and be their soldier. Sorry. That's kind of like me and Jesse's thing, and it stuck with me ever since. But if you guys have any questions, inbox me. And if you have any questions, you can also comment, like, favorite, do whatever you want. Do whatever you please. Thank you for joining me on KamieTalk, and I hope to do another KamieTalk. If you guys have any suggestions on what topic I should talk about, then let me know, and I will do it. So, bye guys. Another video coming at you soon. I don't know what the topic is, but you guys know soon. Ooh. That's such good KamieTalk. Okay, bye guys. Wait, I gotta